It's more like gliding now, one long stride stretched across galaxies. Boot soles against dust that used to be stars, a rhythm that never lands because gravity gave up trying to catch him. Every step is the echo of a life he already lived. The horizon is a bruise, glowing faint blue around the edges, and the dogs move beside him as if on invisible leashes made of memory. Louis trots left, Rebel right, each carrying the same easy grin they wore when Earth still pretended it had boundaries. The little black horse keeps ahead of them, hooves clinking on the skeleton of an asteroid belt like a bar tab that never gets paid. Scooter lifts the can, the same one he's always had, dented, ancient, condensation made of nebula gas, and raises it to no one in particular. Here's to persistence, he says, and the sound takes 3 centuries to fade. Behind him, space folds itself into color. Red shift, blue shift, hangover shift. A scientist once told him everything moves away from everything else at the same time, and he thought, yeah, that checks out emotionally. He laughs. The noise ricochets off the curvature of the cosmos, bounces through a few black holes, and comes back sounding like applause. Typical universe, always late to the joke. Somewhere far ahead, the Milky Way curls like cigarette smoke. He can smell it: dust, ozone, the faint sweetness of endings. He wonders if anyone back there ever figured out what dark matter really is. Maybe it's just leftover guilt, the stuff that keeps light from leaving. He's full of it, walking proof that not everything invisible is harmless. He remembers Krista's voice telling him that once, back when voices still came from mouths. "Your cosmic residue, Scooter," she'd said, grinning over the rim of a beer. "You stick to everything." He'd kissed her and said, "Then the universe is never getting rid of me." And she'd laughed the way thunder laughs when it realizes it's scared of lightning. Now she's everywhere, woven through the static of stars, whispering in the magnetic hum between planets. He catches pieces of her in solar winds. Open quote. Told you, told you, told you. And it's half warning, half lullaby. She won. She always does. Close quote. He drifts through the ruins of a civilization made entirely of mirrors. Each one shows him a version of himself he never met. The one who settled down, the one who died young, the one who finally said, "I'm sorry," and meant it. They nod at him as he passes, 1,000 reflections raising their own cans in silent salute. He toasts back. The beer inside his can sparkles with starlight. It tastes like deja vu and bad decisions. A comet cuts across his path, glowing red and white like the tail lights of an old Chevy disappearing down a night highway. He decides to follow it because that's what he's good at, chasing things that are already gone. The dogs bark once, a cosmic echo that rattles constellations. Somewhere, a cluster of suns rearranges itself into the words, "Still here." He rolls his eyes. "Yeah, yeah, rub it in." He finds a planet that looks almost like home: blue, green, imperfect. The air tastes like rain mixed with nostalgia. He sits on a cliff overlooking an ocean that keeps forgetting where the shore is. Waves break in slow motion, rising and falling to the rhythm of a giant heartbeat. He realizes it's his own. Always was. The universe grew out of him like a bad idea that accidentally worked. He digs in the sand until he hits metal, a door marked with a single word: again. He hesitates. "I could, he mutters to the dogs. Louis tilts his head. Rebel yawns. The horse snorts. Open quote, "You will," it says, not unkindly. He sighs. "Yeah, I figured." Close quote. When he opens the door, everything spills out: time, sound, color, laughter, loss. It washes over him like the morning after the first night anyone ever invented regret. He tumbles through it, spinning, a drunk in the bloodstream of creation. Planets wink at him as he passes. Quasars flash like paparazzi. Every atom he's ever borrowed sends him a thank you note. He lands, softly this time, on a surface made of light. It ripples under his boots like water trying to remember how to be solid. Krista stands there, shimmering, half made of starlight, half made of sarcasm. She's holding a beer. Of course she is. "Took you long enough," she says. "Traffic," he says. "Across the universe?" "Yeah, a lot of construction zones." She grins. "You never change." "Neither do you. That's the problem. You call it a problem. I call it consistency." They stand there, staring at each other, while the cosmos folds itself into a smaller, cozier infinity around them. The dogs chase photons. The horse grazes on gravity. It's almost peaceful, except peace doesn't last in his kind of story. Krista steps closer, her outline flickering. "You know what this is, right?" "Let me guess." Another beginning disguised as an ending? She taps the glowing can in his hand. Close. It's recycling. He smirks. Figures the universe would go green right when I'm out of excuses. She laughs, a sound that bends space. You're impossible. Yeah, but I'm efficient. Same me. Infinite runtime. The stars begin to spin faster, a carousel made of math. Equations drift through the air like snowflakes. E equals MC squeakquard hums past his ear in a key somewhere between A minor and hangover. He can feel relativity tugging at him, stretching him thin across moments that haven't happened yet. He's aging and unaging simultaneously, existing in all directions at once. He looks down at the beer can, its glowing brighter, heavier. Inside, universes swirl, tiny, perfect replicas of all the mistakes he's ever made. He laughs and says, Fine, I get it. Cosmic recycling bin, save file, overwrite, same bullshit, new day. Krista nudges him with her elbow. So, what are you going to do with forever this time? He thinks about it. I might rest or start a band. What kind of band? Post apocalyptic lounge rock. You in? She smirks. Only if I get lead vocals. Deal. The light around them folds into a spiral. He feels himself becoming transparent, bones turning to constellations, skin to aurora, heart to static. The dogs are already half stars, tails painting lines across the sky. The horse rears once and becomes a black comet arcing into the unknown. Krista's fading too, but her grin stays. She leans close, whispering as the fabric of space unravels. Open quote. See? I told you. You never get rid of me. He grins back, the universe already flowing through his teeth. Yeah, well, everyone needs quality control. Close quote. She shakes her head, amused. You're ridiculous. And you're eternal. Guess we're even. They dissolve together, laughter echoing until it becomes radiation, radiation becoming color, color becoming silence. Eons pass, or maybe seconds. In the void that follows, something drifts. A single aluminum can turning slowly, reflecting galaxies in its surface. Inside it, a faint spark, warm, pulsing alive. The can lands on a barren planet, eyes upright, balanced on the edge of a crater. Wind moves across the dust, shaping the words still here around it. Somewhere far off, a sound, soft, familiar, the unmistakable click hiss of a tab being pulled. And the light inside the can flares once, sending a wave of brightness rolling across the horizon, reshaping the curvature of everything. The universe expands, always expanding. A little drunk, a little wiser, a little louder than before. Somewhere inside that infinite roar, a voice laughs, half defiance, half gratitude. Open quote, guess the hangover's cosmic now. Close quote, then the sound fades into starlight. End. For now.